Q-Bert was released in the arcades in 1982 and ported to the Atari 2600 2 years later. You'll play as this wacky creature, Q-Bert, whose hobby consists of hopping along pyramids and changing their colors. I'm not even kidding, that's what it says in the manual. When you land on a cube, it'll change color, and your objective is to get every cube in the pyramid to the destination color. However, there are a few obstacles in your path. There's the purple ball that rolls down the pyramid, and once it gets to the bottom, it turns into a snake called Coily, who chases you around the pyramid. Either of these hazards kill you upon impact, and when they do, Q-Bert gets so pissed that he throws out some curse words. This may be the first time that a video game character swears, but I'm not so sure. You gotta love the sound effects they use to represent Q-Bert's profanity. It reminds me of the nonsensical gibberish that Ralphie's father blurted out in the Christmas Story to achieve the same effect. So aside from the enemies that kill you flat out, there's also Sam, this green bastard in sunglasses that can't hurt you. But he changes the color of the cubes back to the original, so you have to capture him to get him out of the way. You can jump onto these flashy dashes that are supposed to be flying discs. It'll send you back up to the top, and if Coily is anywhere near you, he'll be lured off the edge of the pyramid. So use these as an escape option if you're ever in trouble. Aside from all the hazards, there's also a green ball. If you grab it, it'll freeze everything on the screen except for you, and buy you some time to get away from trouble or knock off some extra cubes, not to mention bonus points. So how it works is there are 5 different game levels with 4 rounds each pyramid consisting of a round. So basically after every 4 pyramids there'll be some changes. In the first level you'll jump on a cube, it'll change to the destination color, and that's pretty much it. In the second level, the first time you jump on a cube it'll change to the intermediate color, and you'll have to jump on it again to change it to the destination color. So you basically have to jump on every cube twice. In the third level, you'll jump on a cube, it'll go straight to the destination color again, but if you jump back on it again, it'll go back to the original color. So this is when the strategy really starts to come in. You don't want to paint yourself into a corner and hop on some of the ones you already changed, because you'll need to change them again. In the fourth level, you'll jump on a cube, it'll change to the intermediate color, then the destination color when you jump on it again. But when you jump on it a third time, it'll go back to the intermediate color, and you'll have to jump back on it again to change it to the destination color. And in the fifth level, you'll jump on a cube, it'll change to the intermediate color, then the destination color, but if you jump on it a third time, it'll go back to the original color. It gets pretty freaking challenging because it's not like you can just hop through a specific sequence of blocks. You have to avoid all this other shit too, so your path could be thwarted. All these elements basically makes this a puzzle platformer. An interesting fusion of genres for 1982. You get 4 lives and get an extra life after the first 5 rounds, and then you get one after every 4 rounds thereafter. You can change the difficulty adjustments, but there are no game variations, which isn't a big deal, as this is one of those games that has a lot of substance even in its simplicity. Although it would have been nice to have the option to start out on one of the more difficult levels for shits and giggles. I do have 2 complaints, although they're both minor. The first is the control scheme. Moving the joystick up will move you up and right, down moves you down and left, right moves you down and right, and left moves you up and left. It's weird, but it's not hard to get used to, and an even better idea is to turn the joystick at an angle so you'll be directed appropriately. So although it's a little funky, it's a very minor issue. The other flaw is the lack of animation with the objects aside from Q-Bert. They just magically appear on the next block, which makes it harder to react if they're nearby. So I say just try to keep as far away from them as possible. Other than that, this port is well done and highly recommended.